Hey guys, it's Sarah here, and today we're gonna be playing some Zoo Tycoon. You may be wondering, what is all this garbage? I have to clean this out really quick. Yes. 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 And you may be wondering, why are you deleting these? That is because my dad was trying to get me some custom stuff, and I'm really excited because now we have a ton of cool stuff. You guys are going to love it, but I'm not going to be showing you all of it in this video because later I'm going to be getting more. Like some, for example, the domestic pig. Which I forgot about. So we're probably going to be doing some cool stuff with that stuff. And they're just animals and a few fences. Okay. Oh, Pacific Forest 2. You had an awful life, buddy. Here, spend some time on the shore, where we want you to spend. What is he doing? You were never hunted. Never hunted. Don't worry, guys. I won't do this for all of our animals. It's just too exhausting. You're in the wrong realm, and I'm gonna give you a new home. Because you're doing smart. What are you doing? Running away. So, what I just did there was, we're gonna say Wolverine. The Wolverines were found by some scientists running around in the tundra. Is that a turtle? I think that's a turtle. Green Sea Turtle 5? Okay, it seems first thing we're gonna do is fix some fences. Because apparently a ton of them are breaking. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna need to do. Thought I could do that, but I guess not. Hey, back in your cage. I'm also gonna have to separate alpine and tundra. Let me find it. We'll make sure all the correct animals are in the alpine. And the alpine is a little bit different. It doesn't stay the same way all year round. Large quantities of guests start visiting in the alpine to try and see some snow leopards and some really cool critters. Like the European wolf, which are critically endangered. Which is why we have which is why the animals will start kind of gathering up their prey, because they have to. It's how they will survive. And is that a penguin egg? Yes, it is. If you guys see any penguin eggs, please tell me in the comments, because, well, I need to know these things, because our penguins are not there. Okay, so they're going to start doing a simple thing that sometimes other animals will do. They're going to start working together a little bit more. Because they need, actually scratch that. They're going to have to start like putting a ton of prey in the pile. Sure, the insects are going to be scattered everywhere, but they can move the meat into the prey pile. We're going to put all of their fresh kills so that they can have something to eat while the tourists are here and not. And the scientists also come with the tourists to see, like, all the carcasses and to check the health. But a ton of the time, the biologists are always there. So, watching people, but they can't watch everyone. So what's going to happen is toys are going to be dropped, and like balls and stuff like that are going to be dropped in. So, like, it'll give them some enrichment, obviously, but it won't. It'll kind of be like the real rainforest a little bit, the real alpine. Some toys are dropped, and when tourists come to visit, and then it looks kind of ridiculous a little bit. Like the boreal forest, it's looking less and less like a boreal forest and more like a playpen. Which just gave me an idea for a zoo. But I'll tell you about that for later. They're trying to scavenge every bit of their meat. They're not putting like the berries in here because you can just get berries off trees. They're putting all the meat in here. They know they're gonna try and take their meat. And they'll even try and take their insects, but what can they do about their insects? Their insects are not movable. They know it's important to kind of save all of their stuff. But they also know, like, okay, we've worked too hard, and they're probably all gonna try and hide. Like, so we're gonna put a couple cave dens in. So this is, so the tourists coming, like, and I also think a prey pile is really cool. So it wouldn't really be natural. We can, So in summer, a lot of more dens start kind of appearing out of the ground because they were hidden by the snow in winter. So we're going to kind of put a little more rock in. The rock kind of shows that it was summer. So like all through the summer the rock will kind of be spreading out, but it's starting over here. And then in summer it'll kind of be all around here. That's kind of how it is in fall, but we're transitioning from the rock. Let me just cover up this ice area and do a little new one. So let's start kind of fixing it up a little bit for summer. So the rocks will kind of start shifting a little bit. There's going to be a ton of rocks everywhere. And then the bonus meat that couldn't fit into the prey pile is all just gonna be scattered around, so the scientists will think they've been very busy this year, having food to eat and killing other animals. We're also going to be kind of giving some more animals into our animal families because I think that someone has been eating our poor little Glendas. Please comment how to say Glenda. I don't know. So we're putting a couple in and some more wolves, just the female wolves. Maybe I'll put one. A new pack of European wolves. We'll kind of start putting in some packs. So we got one pack over here. Well, who've claimed this territory. Another pack over here who's claimed this territory. And packs have long territory, so I don't think we'll have a ton of room. So we'll just put 2 females in each, because I know there are a ton of wolves kind of scattered about. And we'll kind of fix up our cave lion population, because that's going south, I think. I think our cave lions might have died of old age, and they're just not here anymore. Little penguin chick. Here, come here, buddy. You find your mommy. Or your grandma. Water dish. So, we also need some ibixes and mencore. And we'll also need a repopulation of the snow leopards. Just one female and a male. And then the ibixes. So, yeah, that's that area. We're just gonna do a little bit of work over in the tundra. Oh, actually, I forgot. We have to keep adding in some dens. We barely touched the beginning. The Alpine is a really busy area. It was the first area I made for the Mega Zoo, and probably one of my favorites. My real favorite is the Boreal Forest. Because it's just so much fun to see like the wolves and the saber-toothed cats and the grizzlies, which by the way we need a repopulation of. I think they were eaten. Now we have a new generation, I guess you could call it, of cool animals. Ooh, and now winter's over. So the glaciers that were kind of popping up everywhere are really just kind of gone. So, like, we're gonna add a new large rock cave where it was. We're gonna say that's what it was hiding. And some shade structures because it's also what it was hiding, I guess. And we'll add some artificial carcass. No, they don't eat those. We'll add a couple berries. And 2 insects, I guess. I really need to get back to my old zoo game and then just kind of give it a little bit of a brush up. Gildefor. I'm very disappointed in you. Get some rest. Who's this? Buddy! Gildefor. We're gonna say when I pick up an animal that one of the biologists kind of picked her up and brought her over somewhere where she was safe. European wolf. 14 is grooming. And of course, I don't really care. Gonna let that happen. Going to eat the meat from carcass of Musca exhibit. I don't really care. So summer over here just means like a little more rock. Just a little bit. Hey, you are not going to drink the water from this food dish. They know the tourists are going to the Alpine area, and the Alpine kind of kicked them out and said, "You're not supposed to be here. Please go." In summer, a couple Arctic plants start kind of growing a little bit. Nests for penguins to kind of stop and have their baby. And a little bit of rock kind of starts just coming up out of nowhere. And like some more rock caves. Or raised sleeping platforms. They find wood near the other areas for the other animals and they just kind of like take it, I guess. What you'd call it. And then it's just sort of lie on it. They'd figure out how to build a raised sleeping platform and kind of just build it. They're the least organized in my opinion because like they have their meat scattered everywhere. It's not a bad thing, it's just the other animals kind of have a prey pile. And much prettier. They're probably my least favorites. Just because, like, their tundra area used to be really pretty. Like, I just figure out, like, a way to hide the cool, like... Hang on, let me take a drink. The meat would go, like, right next to all the little shelters. Oh, you poor thing, cutie. Let me get you back to your area. You've been replaced, and I'm so sorry to say that, by a new Ibex girl. But you're a young child. We will not tolerate. So let's go into Tundra, and maybe we can get some cool new animals. Hang on, I just want to show you. I have a new brown hyena, and it's pretty cool. And I might even consider putting him. We have some Arabian horses, which I just want to show you. I'm just gonna like show you my new downloaded content real quick. It's not under download content. It's not under that. It's not under that. Oh, honestly, I'll do it the hard way and go in. Swear. Oh, the Arabian horses are not low risk. Where's my Seaboard Wagga? It's supposed to be an extinct. Endangered. Okay, I really need. We'll go into critically endangered. And I know I have a ton more than this. It's probably just not sorting like it's supposed to. So, we're gonna add some polar bears, I think. And probably some Kodiak bears. So we're gonna start this off and put the polar bears in the water. Like, in the water. It's gonna be hysterical. They look like they're standing. Do you guys see this? It looks so weird. I'm gonna give them a rock cave. No, a large snow cave. So I can get some cool stuff. Guys, tomorrow I'm going to be posting all day. Tomorrow's going to be like my posting day. And a little bit on Thursday. Because Mia's staying over. Lexi's coming over just to hang out. She can't come over for very long. Because she has to go up to her cabin, I think. And that's a little unfortunate for us, but well, it's fun for her, so I'm happy. I'm probably going to add in some. You know what they should make? And if you guys make this on your custom account, I will download it and I'll give you. And you will get a huge shout out. So you know the heated rock? You guys can modify it for the tundra area or really any area, and like for example use it so it could go in any biome, because wouldn't it look a little silly in the tundra biome? Same with the lizards. Like take the lizards and kind of make them into some, like they'd go great in the savannah or the desert, but what about the other places? So here's my advice. If you are a custom content maker, here are some of my ideas. Number 1, make more live prey, like for the tundra area especially. Like, sure, I can use the Arctic cods for some cool, to make it look really cool. Why don't you guys try, how about, it's a really good tundra animal that you can chase. I didn't have it come up with one yet, but you could probably chase something cool. And now for our grand finale, I'm going to be adding in the Kodiak bear. And of course I have to add in the cubing den right behind where they were placed. Okay guys, I will see you next time. Goodbye.